everyone, it's August 15th, so this is a pre-recorded video since I'm going to be releasing it several days from today. So I wanted to kind of just tell you how I came across this whole situation. Like, I'll just tell you the story of this whole thing. Okay, so I got online, I saw a comment asking to do a video for August. I don't know how to say the last name. And I was like, okay, yeah, that's cool. It's been several hours since I saw that, and it's coming back up. It's coming back up in my awareness, and then I saw this. I don't even know. I'm sure I've seen what he looks like, but I couldn't say, like, I couldn't name any of his songs or anything. I'm pretty sure I like his music though. I really don't know. I know very few artists by name. So yeah, I started thinking, okay, the song Indian Outlaw by Tim McGraw, I'll link it down below. And then I saw this image of you, August, and like cars, and then like it's like I saw the color blue, kind of like maybe a blue car or something blue, and I was gonna say yellow, but I don't think it's yellow. It's like more like a green, like a greenish yellow, or I don't know, something funky like that. And then I can see like other people around you. It's like other males, like maybe there's a female there or bunch of females, but it's not really clear. And I feel like it's not clear because it's not significant to you, like it's not important, you're not really paying attention to that. And you're smiling and you're happy, but then I'm hearing like, don't do it, like don't do that, like basically your guardian angels are saying like, we love you, you're doing great, like you're awesome, you're incredible. Like they're just telling you how much they admire you and appreciate you in your life form currently, but whatever you're doing, don't do that. And then as I was seeing that image and I was feeling like you were happy, like you seem like amused and happy and curious and interested about whatever's going on. And I looked down and this book was sitting there. It's called The Outlaw Years. And I'm like, outlaw again. And then I started hearing two more songs, which I'll link below. I don't know who it's by, but it's Particula. And then I also heard Location. I think that's Burna Boy, I'm not sure, but I'll link them. And then I looked at the bottom, I opened this deck, and it says New Location, and it's blue. And I know this because it's on my Spotify, so when it comes up, it's like blue. And I was like, oh, that's weird, because I saw the blue car and then the song. So I don't know. Normally whenever I hear songs, this is what I tell people is like, either there's relevancy in the lyrics, or the person that I'm doing a reading on has been listening to that song, and that's just like a nod from the guardian angels, like, we're with you, we're listening to you. Sometimes it's from passed away loved ones, who are kind of giving a nod to the person that I'm doing a reading on. Or sometimes but very rarely, is it a symbolism from me. It's normally in the lyrics, but like kind of like the theme of the song, not necessarily. You get what I'm saying? Like sometimes the overall theme rather than like a specific message within the lyrics, I guess is kind of what I'm trying to be clear about. But with you, it's kind of like, I don't know, like I could guess, but if I assume, then it doesn't seem like I should, because you know, you get what I'm saying, anyone who's watching. I'm like, I don't know if I really want to get into really divulging into what that could particularly mean for you. August, so now I'm switching and talking as if I'm talking to August. If you're confused, you guys, just read the description below to kind of get an idea of what I'm doing here. Okay, so clearing that out of the way, of just like everything that led up to right this moment. Let's start back from square one, I feel, and I'll use cards, like start from the very beginning, August. So from your guardian angels, I understand like that message came across about the cars and you and everything, but can you just be a little bit more specific with us and kind of give us an idea of like what he should know? I'm feeling very nervous. I have really, really nervous and excitable energy. Okay. Reverse. Oh, I have some reverse in here. I don't read them reversed. I don't know. I kind of feel like I should read them in reverse though, but I normally never do. I feel excited, like anxious, like kind of stressed. Like if you were to be watching this, you would be really nervous and kind of creeped out. Not really creeped out, but like, oh, what is she gonna say? Like, what is it? What's gonna happen? And again, read below, because nothing that I say necessarily is set in stone and I'm not going to get everything correct. Just kind of figure out what this means for you. Don't ever let a reading take from you, right? Just use it kind of like as an advantage to you. I don't know. Like, I feel very, very, very like nervous and stressed out. And honestly, I feel like there's good reason, because with this in particular, I keep saying the word particular for some reason, but this really gives me this feeling like almost in the literal figuratively literally way, if that makes sense, like of the description, where not what this means, this card means, but she has this guy's head. She got away with his head. And it's like someone has a hit out on you, or like what is it called? Like, not off with his head, but like something about like having a hit on you, but it's like has a head on you. You know what I mean? Do you guys, what is that term? That's kind of what I'm getting, is like a bounty on your head. That's what I'm trying to say. It's like someone has a bounty on your head, and it feels like this, it's like someone is trying to warn you that someone has a bounty on you. I don't know if you have a child already, or if someone's trying to get themselves pregnant in order to trap you. If you have a kid, then I see someone trying to have another kid with you. That's what I'm seeing. And someone is aware of this, and like, not only are they trying to tell you, it's almost like they're trying to, it's kind of back and forth actually, because I don't know if they're telling you, they're trying to warn you, hold on, let me think, because it's coming across kind of mixed, where it's like they're trying to sabotage the person who's putting this bounty on you by appearing as if they're helping them, when in reality they're trying to trap them up in their own words or in how they're doing it, in order for you to kind of figure it out on your own. But it might be too late, is kind of how it is. It's like, well, it might be too late. And then there's something about a wish, like wishes being granted, or like the person who's trying to warn, or whoever this other person is, there's some sort of wish that's involved. Like they wish they weren't involved. Let me think. Let me get a little bit deeper. It kind of feels like they're saying, I wish I didn't know any of this. Like, I wish I wasn't a part of this. I wish that this wasn't happening, because it's a lot of burden on my shoulders. I don't want to know this or be involved and have this part of my life, because it's not something that I necessarily agree with, and it's not something that I want as part of like my personal growth. Like, I feel like Like, I'm talking as if I'm the other person, and they're kind of like, I don't like being this way. I don't like being this kind of person. I don't like being involved with these kinds of people, because it just doesn't align with who I want to be anymore, or even at all. And there's some way that they're trying to get away from it, like kind of like sneak away from the whole thing. So I wouldn't be surprised if it's someone who would just kind of fade away into the distance. And me telling you this, like if you were to watch this video, I feel like you would know what I'm talking about, but you would also feel very confused and unsure, because I'm hearing that you are aware of this, but it's all like almost to like one side of my mind. It's like I'm addressing all of these fears that you've conjured up, and it's to the point where you almost were kind of telling yourself, oh, well, I'm just being paranoid, or I'm just making it up, and I feel like I can trust these people, or something like that, like it's like you think that it's your problem and that you're placing it on other people. And then I feel like almost like the right side of my brain is blinded, like it's completely blinded, because you're working off of instinct is kind of how it is. It's instinct, but then it's kind of muddied between fear. So that's where you start getting really anxious and stressed out, because you don't, and it is a very, very anxious, extremely anxious, because you don't know what to believe. You don't know how to decipher between what's actually reality and what's fear, because you don't have any tangible evidence, you don't have any information, and it feels like all these, like, I almost said dark-sided people, but it's like these like dark people. I mean, they are dark to me because they're not telling you the truth. They're keeping you in the dark. And I feel like there's something, like it's like you are very special to these people. And now when I say these people, I'm involving a lot of people that are around you. You are very special to them. You are like special in the sense that you stand out. You make them look good. You make them look really good. And you also make them look like good people somehow. Like there's something heroic almost about you being around them. Like it just makes it elevates everyone's reputation in multiple ways, not just in popularity, but in, authenticating them, I guess is kind of what I'm trying to say. It's just strange. Like the feelings that I'm getting feel strange. Like even with this, there's like some sort of like feeling of being subservient. Like someone's trying to seem as if they're being subservient to you. Just like, I really feel like it's someone really sneaky. Like there's some sort of like snake around you. And, it feels very messy. It feels very messy because to you, it's like a homecoming. Like it feels so, I feel so like I can feel you, and it's so like stressful. It's hard for me to even get out what I'm saying, and then it's even hard to almost think through it to even get a full sentence in, because it's just so much. It's so much and so distracting, and they're honestly, like, it reminds me of like really, really, really toxic people who do a good job at being toxic, right? Where it's all smoke and mirrors. And so when you're right in the heat of things, it gets very confusing to decipher between what is acceptable and what isn't, and what's real and what isn't, because you don't have that space in order to kind of, and that time, the space and time for you to analyze what's going on around you, analyze what they say, analyze how you feel. And as human beings, like, we're very adaptable, right? So you can slowly, like, get someone to adapt to worse living conditions than they normally would, just out of survival. Like, the human will survive, right? A person will survive and survive. And that's kind of, I don't know, that's kind of what I'm getting here, is like, that's what's happening to some degree, where yeah, exactly that. You're just kind of surviving, and on the surface, I mean, it's like, on the surface, you know, and it doesn't appear like it's healthy. Like, it's on the surface, it is toxic. On the surface, it's very, like, stressful, and I feel like defensive. Like, you're very defensive about everything to do with this situation, this person, because now I'm talking about one person again, I think, pretty sure. Okay. Let me just side note, because I don't even know if anything that I say even makes sense, because I'm just trying to, it's very, it's just a lot. And as soon as I tap into your energy, it's like a lot. So what I have to do is, I'm just gonna have to bypass you and go higher because you're, like, really stressed out right now, or just, like, anxious. There is a warning for you, so I'm gonna repeat this warning. You need to pay attention to your surroundings. You need to suspend all decisions. All decision-making processes need to go into a halt, okay? And you need to reevaluate the people and the situations around you. All right? Because where it feels off balance, where it feels like you have this feeling that there's going to be a lot of problems coming up, but that you're kind of blocked from this information, you need to take heed. You need to take that seriously and evaluate what that is. Because I'm gonna say it like a white knight, like this white horse, you know. I don't know symbolically what white horses would mean, but I feel like that's like maybe like a championship horse, or like you know, basically like a good omen, like a trustworthy horse or something. Like, it's like tamed, right? But in reality, that horse is not tame. It's just posing as if it's tame. It's just sucking up to you. When in reality, it's backstabbing you. It's sabotaging you. It's betraying you. And you have this feeling, but you're not trusting yourself right now because I think it's them, but it could be like, I think it's a combination of everything. It's them saying like, oh, it's in your head, you're making it up, shut up, like chill out, everything's gonna be fine, when they're setting you up. And also, it's, I forgot what I was gonna say. But yeah, you need to take a step back and trust that you can figure out the answers on your own, and that no decision is potentially a good decision. It's okay to not make a decision about things. It's okay to take a step back, because it could save you a lot of trouble in the future if you just decide to just stop. Obviously you're well admired, and so don't allow this, it's kind of like this brush, right? Don't allow that to block you and hide you from these potential challenges that are coming up, that I mean, they're trying to, whoever these people are, because when I talk about you being hidden from something, it's a bunch of people that are working against you. But there's like another, like a person in particular that's like going against you. Like, it does not feel good. It does not feel good. It feels very wrong and manipulative and just like snaky and disturbing and ominous and bad. Like, it does not feel good at all. I don't know how accurate I would be on that. Like, I could just be blowing it up in my head, and it could be something very minuscule, but I don't know. But that's how it's coming across to me. So I think this is the whole purpose, this is the whole theme of your reading and what your guardian angels are trying to tell you, which is like to find your direction, find your path, follow your path. Don't allow other people to lead you or rely on anyone, okay? Because I think there's whatever's going on, like, you do feel like you have to rely on something in particular. It could even be this, back to the car, like you could be relying on a car and something is messed up with the car. I don't know. I really don't know. And I'm not looking much into it. I'm just telling you what I'm seeing on surface level. Because I don't know. I feel like that. But it's like, there's going to be a snag in this plan. And it was set up. Okay? I don't know how many times I have to say that. You're being set up. Not funny. I'm just laughing at, I don't know, myself, I guess. Imagine if it was like something very small. I don't think it is, but whatever. Okay. I think this is just another point, another warning, or advice, I guess, that don't like don't allow yourself to be pressured into making any sort of decision. Because I feel like something that's gonna seem perfect, or like too perfect or too good to be true, if you really pay attention, you'll see the illusion in it. Like, you'll see they'll slip up. They will slip up if you just take a step back and observe, and again, like, evaluate why you're feeling the way you're feeling. There will be some hallmarks of this illusion they're trying to pull the wool over your eyes. And when you do this, if you take this advice of taking your time, I think it's going to be this, again, this kind of manipulation where it's like, oh my gosh, like, we're waiting so long. You know, it's almost like you need to hurry up and make a decision. You need to do this, like, almost like pressuring you to move, like make a decision and get going. But I say don't take anything, because there's an option. It's almost like out of the options that are available, there is one option that seems the same as the others, but better. And you could take that option if you wanted, or you could wait even longer and just kind of let things happen naturally, and you would get an even better option than any of the ones that were offered to you. That you don't see coming. Like, you wouldn't see this coming. It would be a complete surprise to you. Yeah, I feel like the advice, again, is, like, we have tarantula, and you see it's connection, and she's trapped by the webs of these spiders. So it's like, don't allow yourself to get weighed down by the web of other people. Also, I see you simultaneously as this girl and as the tarantula, where it's almost like creating your own reality, creating your own sense of time, because they're operating on a different sense of time than you are. They are trying to force you or break your will in order for you to adhere to their schedule and what they want. And there's a complete mismatch there. Like, the tarantula, you know, is an insect, I think, right? Aren't they insects? And human being, like, it's different. Mammals, like, you're completely two different species. You can't relate on the same time, right? We don't operate on the same way. So it's like also breaking away from that, creating a connection with your intuition, allowing your guardian angels to come through and communicate with you and be by your side, like have your angels by your side. That reminds me again of this other song. I'm getting a lot of songs in here. It's a Kid Cudi song. I'll have to link it below, that talks specifically about that. I think it's Heaven on Earth. I'm not sure, I have to look, but it's really like letting your angels protect your soul, letting them help you create this web to provide nutrition for you, to provide a life for you, that's going to is going to take you to a new level, new heights, is how I feel. If you stay trapped in whatever's going on here, if you allow yourself to get snagged on whatever they're doing, you're gonna limit yourself. You're gonna dramatically limit yourself, and I'm not gonna say you'll never be able to reach certain heights or levels in your life. I'm not gonna say that quite drastically and final, but it's gonna limit your progress, right? it will take up a lot of energy and time from you, and you'll have to build yourself back up even more if you allow this to happen. So hopefully you actually do see this video, but I don't know, like, because I would say, like, this would be a big message to you, and whether or not I'm hit and miss on anything, the theme of this is pretty clear. And so find where that's relevant, you know, where I'm making sense, because this would be like a gift to you as like an answer to your prayers in a way, by giving you this information. I don't know how else. They're already communicating with you. I feel like your guardian angels are communicating with you very strongly, and it's intuitively, but it's kind of getting, as I said, like getting confused with your thought process, your anxious thoughts. But hearing this would just be verifying it for you. So I feel like if you don't see this video, then I don't know if it would really, I don't know. I guess we have to see. I mean, I believe that irregardless, things will happen in the way that they should. You just have to trust yourself. So, I don't know. And again, okay, so this is a side note, sort of, but not really, because it has to do with this. So, actually, this is relevant to my nails, too, being painted, but like black nails, I always think about how, like, if you were in a medical emergency, people who have like their lips not painted, but like tattooed, right? You have like your lips tattooed, and then you have your nails painted. Those are where you lose coloration whenever you have like limited oxygen or whatever. So that's one way you can check, is like looking at the color of your nails and your lips. But if it's covered up, you can't tell as easily without putting like an oxygen, you know, you get the point. And I was drawn to her nails being black. And so I feel like this is also repetition, that you don't realize you're suffering as deeply as you actually are. Once you break out of this, you'll realize it. But there is a part of you that's not fully aware of how much you're suffering, because the indicators are being covered up. Yeah, so we have inner power, and this is gonna sound cliche, but it's coming through, like wishing on a star. And I feel like your wishes are being granted, they are coming true, but it's about you accepting them and you taking them in. Maybe that's also a lot of the tension here, where it feels like you have answered prayers, but you're not listening to it, because maybe you expect it to come through in a different way, in a way that's less refutable, right? Or in a way that's in your external environment, rather than hearing it within yourself. And so your answers are coming through. The power of your inner power is coming through. You have the energy, you have the knowledge, you have the confidence. It's just about harnessing it and finding it through all of this stuff that people are doing. I'm hearing like to continue wishing, like continue to wish. But this arm, I feel very heavy all of a sudden. Like weighted, like there's something weighted on me, and I'm super focused on her arm. Something happened to your arm, something's going on with your arm. I don't know what that is, but it doesn't I don't know, okay? I'm not going to make any guesses there. I'm not going to look into that. But you need to pay attention to your arm, okay? There's like a huge message there, a huge message. And we have awakening your true self. We have self-reliance. I don't really feel like this is too much important other than, as I've said, like to rely on yourself even more. And let me stare at this for a second because I feel like there's something in here. I think this message is to emphasize everything that I said again and to really acknowledge how important of a celebrity figure you are, how important of a person you are, how unique and like again how special you are, because you again make people look good. So really acknowledge that, sit with that information. You don't have to look at it as if it's egotistical, you know. You don't have to be humble about that necessarily, because it's the truth, it's the reality of things, is you actually do make people look good, and you are, I feel like it's like you're very attractive. You're very attractive, like physically attractive, but even just you attract a lot of people, not just, it's your energy, it's who you are. And people are banking on the hopes of getting close to you and using you and some sort of collecting of you. I'm telling you, there's some sort of bounty on you. I don't know what that represents, okay? But they're working hard to get you. Very, very hard to get you. And you need, where it starts is to recognize your value, okay? Because when you realize how high value you are, then that kind of puts in perspective even deeper of why these people would be doing that, like seeking you out and trying to get you or trap you or whatever somehow. And starting with that evaluation, self-evaluation, will help put up some good boundaries and assert yourself and pay attention to your surroundings and the people that are around you, and it'll make you a lot more alert to things that aren't what they seem. So, yeah, that's gonna be my reading, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.